An update on the Sabarimala case, where the petitioner in the case has complained of threats after they filed the petition, and on account of these threats, the Supreme Court taking cognizance and agreeing to hear the matter on an urgent basis on Monday. Earlier, the date of hearing was scheduled for the 8th of February. Meenakshi Bhanja joins us with more details. Yes, Meenakshi. Well, we are given to understand that the case that was scheduled to be heard on the 8th of February will now be heard on Monday. This after the petitioner had claimed threat on the entire case, on the entire matter, and the Supreme Court taking cognizance of the fact and agreeing to hear the plea on an urgent basis on an earlier date. We'll try and go across to Meenakshi Bhanja now. There's huge furor and debate over allowing women in their menstrual age into the premises of the sanctum sanctorum of the temple. There have been divergent views, and it has sparked off a huge debate with a lot of activists and claiming that why should something which was an age old, which was formed some centuries back in terms of a tradition, should be followed in this day and age. But there are other believers who believe that the sanctity of the temple and certain traditions that form the core of belief around Lord Ayyappa and the Sabarimala premises should not be touched upon with or should not be tinkered with. Let's go across to Meenakshi Bhanja to understand more about the current issue at hand, that this case has been advanced in terms of the hearing for Monday from the earlier date of the 8th of February. Yes, Meenakshi.
Well, Anand, you'll recall that this is a plea which has aroused considerable emotions in the hearts and minds of people. And on the last date of hearing, while the issue was not conclusively decided or settled by the Supreme Court, what had indeed happened was the top court had questioned the constitutional validity of this ban that is in place, which prohibits the entry of women who are of childbearing age inside the temple. So on that particular issue, the Supreme Court had kept the matter pending for the 8th of February. But Anand, apparently there was an urgent mentioning before the Apex Court today, where the petitioners have told the Supreme Court as to how they are in receipt of certain threats which are of very grave nature, and these threats include a threat to their lives. And in the light of these threats, the petitioners then beseeched the Supreme Court to advance the date of hearing, and subsequent to that, Anand, now the top court will hear the Sabarimala temple plea, including all these issues surrounding threats which are now being advanced to the petitioners as early as Monday.